all for coming out for our celebration of Earth Day 2020. My name is Bill Arthur. I'm the Executive Director of TreeLafayette. It's great to see you all here. We ask, the first Earth Day was held in April of 1970. And prior to 1970, toxic waste was being dumped into our rivers, onto our land, into the air, and there was no legal recourse to hold parties accountable. So, I need to put my glasses on. There was no EPA, there was no Clean Air Act, no Clean Water Act to protect our environment. A man named Gaylord Nelson then stepped up. He was a senator from Wisconsin. He called for the creation of Earth Day as a way to bring these issues to the forefront and onto the national agenda. That year, a national protest was held in a number of cities. Thousands of citizens turned out, and the result was that it worked. By the end of that year, the U.S. Congress had authorized the Environmental Protection Agency. Since that first Earth Day, a lot has happened. By 1980, the Earth Day had become a national event, and then President Jimmy Carter proclaimed April 22nd as the official Earth Day, and it has been ever since. And he encouraged Americans to act in support of environmental goals. By 1990, Earth Day's 20th anniversary, Earth Day had gone global, celebrated in 140 countries by an estimated 200 million people. That year, the focus was on big corporations and what they could do to be more sensitive to climate and environmental concerns. By the year 2000, the 30th anniversary of Earth Day, the focus had been changed from targeting large firms to drawing awareness to global warming and recycling, while still stressing the importance of clean air and water. In 2010, the 40th anniversary, the focus was on the fact that the UN had failed to create concrete plans to combat climate change globally. President Obama challenged Americans
thank all of you for being here.
Find ways
I know a lot of you have busy days
to combat climate change in your work schedules, and it's great to see this turnout. So here we are in 2020. I would also like to thank Gary Perkins. And what once started as a national protest has turned into an international event listed on calendars across the globe. How are we doing this?
Thank you, Gary.
Appreciate it. And let's see. Nationally,
we have
any of our
EPA
with us. We have regulations are being
state
reduced.
representatives.
We're not addressing global warming.
And Chris Campbell, thank you all for coming out.
Wildfires are raging in states.
We have from SIA, as I
and these are
mentioned
serious
earlier,
issues.
Sarah May and Craig
Fundamental
Coben,
to our
and also
existence, and that
Barry Brand, the
executive
executive
vice
vice
president
president of our.
But we have
Is that
good
Craig?
news.
Scott.
And our
Scott,
good
I'm
news is
sorry.
local.
Excuse me.
We
Scott.
are active. We are doing good things. Rachel, thank you for coming out. The quality of our water, and the stormwater interceptor protects the quality of the Wabash River. Lafayette, Bob Barker is our one of the photographers developing a regional climate action plan.
Bob's going to be taking
The first in the state.
Some
Some of our businesses are doing their part. Right from and an example of that is SIA.
Okay.
What, it's been 16
So,
years now? You have sent absolutely
I'd like
nothing to the landfill. Dig into the background of Earth Day just a little bit. So very good. And on both sides of the river, we are planting trees, thanks to the support of our cities, our corporate partners, and many individuals. And so we're celebrating Earth Day 2020. As best we know, the Earth is a unique planet. There's none other like it in the universe. It is alive with bountiful natural resources, and it is wondrous and beautiful. We should not lose sight that we are but guests in this paradise, and that we need to be respectful of our host, to care for our environment, indeed to care for our precious planet, so that future generations and nature, in decades and centuries to come, can thrive on a healthy, green planet and continue to celebrate Earth Day. I would now like to invite Mayor Tony Rosaworski to come to front and read the proclamation.
All right, if you'll indulge me for a minute, I learned this over the weekend at an event I was at earlier, so I got a phone call about that later. I'm supposed to wipe the microphone down after each person talks. Because if I don't turn around right, I hear it. Well, thank you, everybody. It really is great to be here today, and I can't thank everybody enough. You know, this community works together so well. The work that TreeLafayette does is just absolutely amazing in this community, and we would not have the community and the urban forest that we have without TreeLafayette. And then it takes people like SIA that's willing to step up and help with funding. Tim Detzner, thank you, our city forester who helps. Our parks department's represented because sometimes they dig all the holes and help set the trees and do part of the work too. So it really is a lot of people working together to do these types of projects that make them viable in our community. And so we appreciate everybody that comes together to do those things, because the trees make such a wonderful difference in our neighborhood. And Bill, thank you for your leadership. You covered this very well. That was a really good, I think, important history lesson, preaching to the choir a little bit with the people that are here, right? But it is important, and as Bill said, we're thrilled that Lafayette, West Lafayette, and Tippecanoe County is working on a climate action plan together. And again, as you heard, we are the first place in the state where 2 cities and a county have joined together to create a county-wide plan, and we think that's going to be very important for generations to come. So we just recently entered into a contract with a firm that's going to help us do the first 2 phases of that. So with that, I'll go ahead and read. 2020 proclamation for Earth Day in the city of Lafayette and Greater Lafayette, Tippecanoe County. The first Earth Day was celebrated on April 22nd, 1970, inspired by United States Senator Gaylord Nelson, with the goal of inspiring environmental awareness and encouraging the conservation, protection, and appreciation of our nation's natural resources. And whereas it is the responsibility of each of its citizens, business, and industry to safeguard the environment by recognizing that all human life depends upon the earth and upon one another for our mutual existence, well-being, and development. And whereas the steps we have taken to protect and preserve our natural environment through education, partnership, and positive actions should be encouraged in Lafayette. And whereas local government, citizens, business, and industry work together to create and implement designs, guidelines, and regulations specifically designed to preserve and improve our fragile ecosystems and the community's quality of life. And whereas the City of Lafayette participates in Earth Day and is dedicated to taking a proactive role in shaping the future of our environment and protecting our precious natural resources. And whereas within the City of Lafayette, in recognition of Earth Day, 19 trees have been planted to symbolize the goal of a healthy, sustainable, green community, and to emphasize the importance these and that all trees have in providing said benefits and encouraging all of our citizens to plant more trees. Now therefore, I, Tony Rosaworski, the mayor of the City of Lafayette, do hereby proclaim on today, Wednesday, September 30th, 2020, as the City of Lafayette's recognition of the 50th Earth Day, and urge all citizens to be mindful of local, state, and national laws which protect our environment and join in efforts to preserve the beauty and wonder of the land, skies, and waters of the earth in all its diversity. So again, thank you to everybody, what you do throughout the year, and specifically today for making this 7th Street project possible. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite up to the microphone the Executive Vice President of our local Subaru plant, Mr. Scott Grant.
Thank you, Bill. So I have some prepared notes, but I'm going to ad-lib a little bit, so sorry, Craig. I know you put some time into writing these, but I really want to kind of go off script a little bit. At SIA, I think everybody knows Subaru cares about the earth. Anybody that's ever watched television and seen a Subaru commercial knows that our products are for people that enjoy the outdoors. Their products are for people that appreciate and respect the outdoors, and really that's what we're here about today. As SIA, we feel very strongly that we have a responsibility to encouraging our associates, our retailers, our customers, and the overall community to participate in things like tree planting and encouraging help to the environment. Lafayette's got a great tradition. Lafayette has a very vibrant and active group of people that are supporting those activities. And as SIA, we love being part of that, and we love supporting it, either with money, with man hours, with a little bit of sweat equity, whatever it takes. Okay, several of us participated in the tree planting last year over at Fire Station number 9. And we planted the 15 trees as a recognition of our 15 years of being zero landfill. We got our hands dirty, we got our knees dirty, really enjoyed it, and we learned something. The guys taught us all how to properly plant a tree, how to look for the thumb, how to do the things that are necessary to do it right. And I can tell you I've actually applied that knowledge within the last year when I planted a couple of trees on my own. We really appreciate the fact that these programs continue to not only provide the trees for the community, but they beautify things as well. You know, this beautiful neighborhood, it's got a lot of curb appeal on its own, but as these trees grow and mature, it's just going to add to the appeal of this neighborhood. And there's so many nice neighborhoods in Lafayette, it's going to help that a lot. And we've got a lot of good activity in the community. You know, we've got other organizations, not only TreeLafayette, you've got Nisha's Land Trust, you've got the Wabash group that's doing the re-enhancement, and Litter Free Lafayette. Some of those organizations are very active and involved in helping support this community. You know, SIA is also a strong contributor. We've been a plant that has been a leader in environmental activities really through our entire 31-year existence. We were the first automotive plant in the United States to be certified for our environmental management program, the first to be certified on our energy management program, and 16 years ago now, we were the first plant to be zero landfill and have maintained that status all along. So we're looking forward to participating in the planting of trees next year. I'll have my boots and my jeans on, and I'm looking forward to digging the holes and putting the trees in them. And then I drove by Station 9 the other day, and I checked on those trees. And they're doing great. So we must have done a pretty good job planting. Okay. So congratulations everybody, and thanks again for allowing SIA to participate.